As I reached here today, this afternoon, I went to the parking lot. I looked at all the cars parked. I saw a big 8. I said, this will be mine. I imagine today, just right now, if I gave you 10,000 shillings, what if you say 20,000 shillings? Would you spend it now? Would you save it?
Spending direct.
Or you prefer having 100,000 shillings tomorrow? Most of us will say, I'll prefer having 100,000 shillings tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll eat that 10,000.
But the choices we make today affect our future. Ladies and gentlemen, there's something called investment, which brings a return on what we have today. Today, we want to live a comfortable life. But do we know what we're going to have tomorrow? Most of us will say, I want to have 100,000. But are you willing to take on the risk to wait for tomorrow? Are you willing to do that? Ladies and gentlemen, as I stand in front of you here today, I want to talk about investment. Often at times, we mistake investment to be meant for those who are maybe in big buildings, those who are putting on design suits like this one,
Kabisa.
or maybe those who have attained high qualification, let me say PhD, bachelor's, masters, are the only people who have to invest. Ladies and gentlemen, investment is for everyone. Investment is for everyone. Investment is simply, in simple terms, giving out today's comfortability so that we can enjoy growth tomorrow. If we don't give a chance for growth, we shall regret in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, investment is giving a chance to whatever you have today to grow. Investment can be in financials, ladies and gentlemen. Those who are willing to invest in bonds, treasury bills, those who are willing to invest in real estate, there is a return on investment every time you be patient. I saw some banners here. These are investments. These people are waiting for returns. They didn't start like they are today. They put in some time. They have waited for so long. They have been patient. They have been persistent. They have been resilient. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand here in front of you. Investment needs patience. Investment needs persistent. Investment needs resilient. If they had given up at the earlier stage, we wouldn't be having them here today. Financial investment needs a lot of patience, ladies and gentlemen. That's the reason why business fail at the start, because investors don't want to be patient. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to another part of investment, which is very, very crucial. But before I do that, I must tell you, the biggest mistake we can do is never to give our money a chance to grow. If we are not willing to give what we have today a chance to grow, and we are willing to just distract it now, you regret in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take investment to be a very, very important thing. So now let's talk about investing in time. Investing in time. We have seen financial investments. Other people will say, we don't have the financials, we don't have the money, but you can invest in time. We weren't here time back, and we are not any younger like we reached here. For example, our parents took us to school. They didn't know how we will be today. They didn't know whether we will be here speaking to you. But here we are. They chose the school they thought by then could be okay. Okay? They're investing in two things: the time, and us, they're getting the knowledge. Which knowledge can even help us connect to different audiences. And if you have knowledge, you're able to have discussions. If you don't have discussions, if you cannot make a discussion, if you cannot make a conversation, how do you be able to influence decisions? It will be so hard for you. Ladies and gentlemen, people have invested in time. At a certain point, we are employees. Do you know how employers invest in time? We all have equal 24 hours. Okay, we use this time or this time differently. Okay, some sleep, some do non-impactful activities, but others are buying our time, like employers. If, like for example, the owner of this building, for him alone, as I said, we have equal 24 hours in a day. Okay? But him alone, he cannot manage this hotel using his 24 hours. He's going to employ hotel manager, he gives him 10 hours. Employ a receptionist, he gives him 10 hours. Those are 20 hours. Okay? He employs a marketing team. Let me say 4. He adds on 4 people on his team. How many hours are those?
60.
Like, let me say 80. Still, it is 24 hours. It's taking all your time. And you're thinking yourself. At a certain point, you will say, Ismail, I no longer need you. I've accumulated your time. What have you gained? But here is the trick. How to increase the value of your time is also another source of investment. Investing in yourself. Look at the people who are doing content. Look at the musicians. Look at the comedians. The comedians. They have put value on their time. That to have them here, you have to pay them money. They're not gonna come and perform for free. They'll come here and earn. We have went ahead and then obtained other skills. How many of us here have driving permits?
Driving permits.
That means we know how to drive. That's a skill. It can never go away from you. Okay. And you can use that skill to earn. People are driving Ubers. Okay? People have been able to negotiate higher rates. Just imagine if you're working per hour and have extra skills attached to you. You'll be able to increase on your value as a person. That's how you can increase the value of our time. This takes me to history. History has brought us a great gentleman called Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon said, for a man, like a real man, you have to sleep for 4 hours. 4 hours. And if you are a lady, you sleep for 6 hours. Napoleon said it's only fools who sleep over 8 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste our time. The time we have today determines our tomorrow. How we use our time today will determine how our future will be. Let's invest in our time. Ladies and gentlemen, another part of investment you can look at investing in knowledge. As I said, knowledge increases our value. And when our value increases, our opportunities increase. And so many people have earned or gained from opportunities. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, there's something which you shouldn't forget: the social capital. Social capital investment. The people we have, the people who are next to us. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may ask, How many phone contacts? How many people do you have in your phone? 100? 200? 1,000? Or 5,000? Ladies and gentlemen, but if you have a problem, how many people can you call in your phone book to bail out, maybe let me say with 100,000, 200,000, or 500,000? Can you try and you see? You get disappointed, ladies and gentlemen. The funds, the people we have around us are also our investments, ladies and gentlemen. They are our social capital investments. We call them for business. We call them for connections. The social capital we have is different from our family. Family we don't choose. I didn't choose my brother. I didn't choose my father. I didn't choose my sister. But for a friend I can choose. Sure, I can choose. The biggest mistake we can ever do is not to invest in ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, there's investing in your mindset. There's investing in your knowledge, as I said earlier. Most importantly, your mindset. If you have a positive mindset, everything can be easy. But if you don't have it, you'll not be able to have any discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to leave you with a reflection. Today, we want to live a life which is better than yesterday. We can only do that when we opt to invest. Are you going to get among those who tell their stories of success, or you'll be telling other people's stories? We have people who have succeeded in investment. But investment needs patience, needs persistence, and needs resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not wait. Let's start today. And today means let's start now. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ndonk Ismail. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Seto Zamara. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.